You do it.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
And this is our recharge and restore class on this beautiful sunny morning.
So welcome. Chilly in the studio.
Yeah, I know, I'm a little cold.
So we gotta get warmed up. Oof.
Yeah.
That is chilly. How are you today? Where are you today? At home, in the studio, at the gym, at work? No matter what you're doing, do you have a chair, a box, something to sit on? You can do this from numerous places, but let's start from the seated position.
What?
With our breath. In and out of that nose. That's the mouth, Ian. In and out of the nose. So for 4 seconds in, think inhale through the nose, and then 4 seconds out, also through the nose. Repeat as I talk through the next couple moments. Breath in, 4 seconds in. Breath out, 4 seconds out. Now take a 4-second inhale. 1, 2. And then exhale passively. What do you mean? Let's do that again. Inhale slowly, taking that air in through the nose. And for your exhale, just let it go. And then breathe in for 4. And then let it go. More just like talking to exhale versus. So that a couple more times. Breath in through the nose for 4 seconds. And then the exhale is a little more passive, more like we're talking. And then I can inhale again. And instead of holding your breath, just let it go. Let's do that one more time. Breath in. And then let it go. That's going to be today for the breath to start. If we have time at the end, we might come back for some challenge breath holds. Can you see your toes? Maybe you need to put one foot out front. Check it out. Get that mic set up just right. So at the toes, could you lift them all? 10, 9, 8. So for 10 seconds, we're trying to contact the tripod of the foot being the heel, the pinky, and then the thumb or the great toe there, and place them down. Now, flex the toes, like straight fingers here, flex them, and hold that for 10. Also look to maintain contact with the floor through that foot tripod, the pinky side, the great toe side, and then the heel of the foot.
The balls.
And relax. The balls of those feet. Then, one more time, extend those toes. Stay heavy again on the pinky. And all the way across those other toe digits too. But particularly the great toe, the pinky toe, and the heel.
Oh, those toes are down?
No, they're up. Oh. But the knuckles or the balls, the callus line is down. And then place those on the floor. Then again, keeping your feet facing forward, but keeping the heel, the ball down. Flex the toes, but don't let that big toe mound pop off the floor. And hold that for 4, 3, 2, and then relax. From seated, could you do our ankle move of that demi point or heel raise off the floor? Then from there, point, and I dare you in a polite dare here to try to flex over those toes. Holy calf cramp. Then back to the toes and then press the heel down. Let's alternate that on the other side. Push into the floor through the toes and the forefoot to get to the ball. Use the toe strength to get to the point. And then flex over on the toes as a maybe. You sit at work, try this every once in a while. Just give your feet some energy in the hips. So again, I'll push down through the front of my foot to lift. Do you feel a hip flexor cramp a little bit? You could or you should. Then point, then flex over the toes, back to the balls of the feet, and push the heel down. Same thing other side. Push through that forefoot, point, flex over the toes, point, ball of foot, and heel. Now, dorsiflex in the ankle, so that's pulling my foot off the floor. We're going to hold that for 10 seconds now. Keep the shin vertical, foot tracking. Is your foot sickling? Keep it nice and level. Keep some eyes and feels on that. and then press that to the floor. Same thing other side, dorsiflex. As you dorsiflex, did your toes go first, or is it moving from the ankle? Hold that for a couple more seconds, for 3, 2, place down, gripping the ground. One final time each side. Open the toes, then keep them flat as you dorsiflex at the ankle, thinking with that flat foot, and as the forefoot lands, everything lands together. And final time on the other side, drive the heel down, dorsiflexing on the ankle. Do you feel that in the hip holster there, Lauren? Mm-hmm. Hold it for a couple seconds, and then return to the ground. Feeling okay? Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to move to give Lauren a little bit more room for those legs. A beginner version of this exercise is to extend the leg to keep it on the ground. A harder variation will be extending the leg off the ground or flexing on the hip. You choose what's up for you. We're going to do those nice rotations in the hip socket. So, with a straight leg out front, do an external rotation, which is showing that inseam towards the ceiling, and follow with our internal rotation. Maybe sickle the ankle or overwork the ankle for one quick repetition, but then bring it back. And don't let that happen again. But we'll do our external rotation, followed by our slow, fluid, smooth internal rotation. If the hip's going this way, have the foot go that way. And I'm starting to shake, so I'm only going to do one more here. Holy cow. External rotation in the hip. And then roll in. And if your leg is like mine, bend it first and place it on the floor. Final time, other side. Hip flexion or on the ground. And from here, external rotation in the hip. The knee might want to bend, so you'll keep it straight. Internal rotation in the hip. Overwork the ankle for one repetition here, or sickle, or bring it back. And now drive that action through the hip. Ball and socket, hip holster. Turn it in. 1/1000 or similar. And one final repetition of each. Our external rotation first, and then our internal rotation next. Bend the knee, return to the floor. Shake it out. We skipped over those knees a little bit, so let's come back to them. Hold those hamstrings behind the leg, sitting tall, pull the knee to tall. If we're in this slumpy posture, something like this, we could do this against the ground on our back to help standardize that the back isn't doing too much work. From here, switch your legs. As Lauren felt there, legs are heavy, so let's switch. If you held one, hold the other. Here we go. So we're holding behind that knee. Gently add your knee bend. Then from here, keep the knee in the same position as you then look to extend. 1/1000, Lauren's sitting super tall here. And then from here, just a casual bend, no slingshots allowed, bend. 2 more. Control as we extend through the knee. Hold for a 1/1000. And then slow bend back. I hope these exercises, as you do this one more time, are changing your perceptions of a chair workout. Chair workouts are not just for OA people. You know what I mean. I think we all know those acronyms. One more on the other side.
Old age?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's hard work, and we sit a lot. Let's educate our body how to sit with strength. Same thing other side.
Senior.
Flex that hip.
Mature.
Sit tall. Experienced. Same thing. So we're going to bend that knee against the tension on the hamstring.
Wise.
Provide that strength with the quadriceps as we extend. Hold for 1/1000 and nice and slow back. We're doing 3 of these. That's our first. Is your hip flexor cramping? Great. Is it pinching? Not good. Build this tension. Make it a little emotional. Make it very physical to make it strong. One final time, we're sitting tall. Flex that hip. Hold on for some strength. 1,000, and then slow and strong, bend the knee and return to the floor. We have one last seated exercise for today, and it's the simplest, but also the hardest. Take a foot, plant it in the floor.
Oh, I hate this one.
Brace on the core, and take the, why do you hate it?
Because it's really hard for me
It's
to do.
really hard, but I cross my legs all the time when I would ever, and I cross my legs and I watch Netflix. It's maybe not as easy as you make it out to be. So let's sit tall, grip down, push down through one foot, and take the ankle on the other leg and place it at the knee. Assist just a little bit. Have the bottom of the foot lined up with the lateral aspect of the leg. From here, pull down and out to lift that like London Bridge. Then imagine lifting this ankle to create less pressure between the knee and the foot, and then let that gate or bridge, drawbridge close. Now press down ankle to knee, push low to scoop out the hip. Ask these butt cheeks right here to do that work. Hold for a 1,000 or similar. Now imagine taking pressure off of the knee to lower the bridge. Final repetition. Press down, push out of that hip to lift the knee towards the midline of the body. Hold 1,000. Lessen the load underneath the ankle here to create room to lower. Final task here. Could you in fact lift that ankle and then slow return to the floor? I did my more proficient leg first. I know this is going to be harder. What about you? Take a sip. You drinking coffee? You drinking water? I made a note to myself last night to drink more water.
Let's see how that goes.
I know, I need to drink more water. Okay. So same thing, crush tension on one, pull up the other leg. A little bit of a cheat, but we got it. Then make it comfortable. I know that is a little bit of a weird term to use in a stretch here. So again, push down ankle to knee, scoop out of that hip, and bring the knee towards your midline. Then think lessening the load under the ankle at the knee as you press from the hip down. Then same thing, add tension, ankle to knee, as we pull up. Can you feel those bum cheeks? And then lessen the load under the knee as we lower. And one final time here from seated. Pull that up. Hold for a second. Imagine lifting that up to lower the knee. Then create that imaginary separation at this knee and the ankle. And with control, bring the leg back down. Take a moment, check in. Let's get up. We'll use the chair or come onto the floor for another set of repetitions for our upper back. So this would be, again, a nice beginner modification by bringing the floor up, or you could do the same thing on your quadruped position from the floor. Take a moment, get comfortable, replicate my shape here. I'm showing my standing hinge, and Lauren's showing that quadruped position. We warmed up the feet, so let's warm up the wrists the same way. Take one hand and press through those first knuckle lines or our first knuckle push-up. Then keeping the elbow straight, could you push through the fingers? You'll probably end up on that middle finger only. Then connect those fingers, the ones that lifted, connect those back to the ground. This is kind of stealing from Lauren's exercise last night. Then press those index knuckles down and then screw the hand back in. Same thing, other side. Screw in for tension, press through the index and pinky knuckle, straight wrist. Then could you finish with those fingers to create a straight line from your middle finger to your elbow and shoulder, and then press those fingers down, the ones that touch in a nice little series here, to get the index finger, pinky finger, and ultimately screw back in. One more time each side. So on my left side, I'm going to keep my elbow super straight, pressing through the fingers and first knuckles rather first. Then I'm gonna flex through those fingers to have a straight line through my fingertips to my shoulder. And then from there, I'll connect down. Lauren's making that harder by having her shoulders over top of her hands.
Well, I'm trying not to do
It looks
this.
great. No, it looks great. I just know I'm not. So I'm making it a little bit easier having my shoulders back. It's gonna be harder in an amazing way here with Lauren's posture. I think we have one more on the other side. So stiffen arm, first knuckle push up, push through the hand, stiffen the elbow. That is a big palm work for me. And then again, press those fingers down, connect the callus line, and screw in. Take a moment off of those hands, and just reset. If you're standing, follow me. Excuse me, if you're using that higher floor or box, follow me. If you're on the ground, follow Lauren into a quick lunge. From here, let's just hike our hips a little bit. So hike the hip of the leg that's in front and then level out underneath.
Level.
Two more,
Hike.
little hip hike,
Level.
little level. I think one more is 3.
Hike.
Did you know 3 is Lauren's favorite number? I think it is.
Multiples too.
Then we have levels, level hips, and now do that tuck under or a posterior tilt, and then dump that punch bowl forward to have an anterior tilt. Posterior tilt, do you know the difference? It's the direction of the front of the hip. If I tip it to the front, that's our anterior tilt. If I scoop it up and the front of the hips goes back, that's our posterior tilt. Making sure we're tall, take a second and switch the leg. Same thing on the other side. If you're standing like me, A++ is a knee bend first and bring through. And that allow yourself the clearance to make sure you don't
hit
the
if
box
you're in
there.
the lunge position, trying to bring that leg up without tipping around.
Sorry, a little mic adjust here. Okay. So again, from here, my left leg at the hip, I'll hike up the hip to rib and then reset in our nice level position. Hike up and then reset. One more for 3. Hike, reset. Now we'll go in our anterior tilt, which is the tailbone back or front of hips forward. Then our posterior tilt is pulling the front of the hips to the back, making sure we're standing nice and tall. Then again, tailbone tilt to the back. Do you feel this place of a stretch load? If not, try to find it, and then tuck under. And you feel that as that stretch load? If not, try to find it. One more, right? To the back, to the front.
I never really feel that. I always feel this.
There we go. So yeah, it doesn't have to feel, but just look for that way to make it tension filled. Find center. Again, if you're up here like me, think bending your knee first, then extending your hip, and then pulling the leg under. Let's get back to those all fours. We just did the low back. Low backs and hips, hip hike, tuck under, push away. Now we want to promote that stability through the core or the low body with a core brace. Gently tuck a chin. And then we're looking for the extension shape through the upper back. Think the yoga cat, but it's going to look way tame compared to that cat-cow. And then relax.
Yoga cow.
Yoga cow, you're right, you're right. I know you look confused when I said that. I confused myself. So we're looking for extension in the spine.
Upper back.
Upper back. So is your core braced, hands screwed in, little chin tuck, and again, lift that sternum forward without moving your head. And of course it's going to move, it's connected, but lead with the chest or sternum versus the head. And relax. One more for 3. Open those hands, brace those abs below, little chin tuck, and then for 10 seconds, we're trying to push the sternum towards forward. A tame shape is good. Stay away from that feral cat or that raging bull. 3, 2, and then push the floor away to extend the hips. One more time in that lunge. This time, stay on the ground if you're there. Stay standing if you're with me. If You're on the ground. Get yourself in that lunge position and standing just the same. If you're standing, we're going to pivot on my straight leg. If you're kneeling, the leg that's out front is going to move to the side. So this Captain Morgan pose right here. From here, push the knee towards over the toe. Squeeze this butt cheek. Relax. Pull the heel to the other heel, squeeze the butt, and push this knee closer to your neighbor here. Now squeeze your back butt cheek and push that way so hard, but don't go anywhere yet. And then continue to push that way. And when you get to tall, continue to push this way and don't let this hip dump out. Relax. You follow? Let's do that a couple more. Squeeze the back leg here, my left, Lauren's right.
I'm sorry.
Get that mat. Trying to push through it, but get that mat. So we have a butt squeeze here. Push down and pull yourself to encourage this dorsiflexion on the ankle. Hold that pose for a second. Hopefully that's politely intense. Now squeeze this butt cheek again and pull even further if allowed. Keep the heel on the floor. Now squeeze this butt cheek in the back, push away, and push away so hard to get tall here, and keep pushing for 5 more seconds, and don't let this hip give up on you. Relax. Find center. Bend the knee if allowed. Beautiful, Lauren, that looked good. And extend the hip. Same thing on the other side. I'll just switch sides here. So for setup, in our lunge facing forward, if you're kneeling like Lauren, you move the front leg. If you're standing like me, you pivot and maybe a little bounce on the other. We need to make sure that those hips are level again. So from here, squeeze the back butt cheek, that's this one and this one, and press down through the foot and pull the knee towards over the toe. Take a moment, recalibrate, relax, but stay. Re-squeeze, pull down, pull yourself millimeters forward that direction, and then stay. And relax, but stay. One more time, we're going to squeeze that back butt cheek, press down into the floor or the box, and encourage that knee to go further over that toe by squeezing this bum cheek. Stay and relax. Now let's squeeze this butt right here, push the other direction, and as we continue to push that way, we're making sure this hip stays tight underneath this foot for 3, 2, coast the tension away, recalibrate to center, and then nice and control, extend the hip. And shake it out. We're on the floor. Let's let Lauren tell us what to do with those abs.
Great. Let's move this mat out
Move
of the way.
the mat. Get yourself sorted out. Move the boxes and chairs away.
Nice.
Nice shot.
Let's flip onto our back today and do some core from our backside. Before you lie down and get comfortable, just watch what I'm about to do, and then we'll do it all together, and then we'll add some on. So I'm going to lie down. It's hard to see, but what you're going to do, sorry, I like having my mic on the side facing, is you're going to brace your core, your punch bowl, your pelvis here, and you're going to have your hands with your elbows on the floor, hands facing forward. You're going to brace your core from the inside out and continue to breathe. Then you're going to bring a knee with control up towards your hands to tap, and then control lower. Up controlled, down controlled. I want you to keep the brace the whole time so that when you switch knees, you don't end up doing any weeble wobbling anywhere in that core. Okay, no weeble wobbles. So lie down.
No weeble wobbles.
Arms bent, elbows on the floor, palms face forward. Don't go anywhere. Just brace your abs. That does not mean ramming your low back into the floor. It means tightening up. Now keep that tension, but breathe. Keep that tension. And now bring a knee towards that hand. If it doesn't touch the hand, that's fine. But bring it up and feel yourself pull that knee towards center and then control the down, but don't let anything shift as you land. When you transfer weight to do the second side, again, don't let yourself weeble or shift to the side. Control pull, and then control tap down. Let's do about 3 more each side for 6 total. Pulling towards center. I'm keeping my knee bent here. No extension. And I'm feeling like work, so you should be feeling like work. Keep that core inside out. I'm thinking about all the muscles between my hip bones, in behind my whatever organs you have there. Depends on who you are. Last one each side. Racing that low core.
Those deep places.
Those deep places. Our abdomen, from no matter who you are, our core muscles all insert and attach and relax on our pubic symphysis, the lowest part in our pubic bone. So remember, they go all the way down there and support our core from the inside out. Great. From there, we'll pay attention now a little bit higher in our core. Extend your arms out to the side, palms face the ceiling. You can rest them on the floor. With your upper abs, if you will, you're going to pull your head and shoulders up off the floor to that modified position, that hollow position. Again, as you do this, you're holding right now, hopefully you're breathing. As you're doing this, the work should be in abs and core, not in that head neck. And again, my low back isn't really rammed into the floor. I have that neutral spine. I'm using my core for 4, 3, 2, and then control the down. Let's do that one more time. Feet gripping, heavy. Use engage ribs to hips to lift your shoulders and head up off the floor. Watch your head, neck. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. And try to feel that core and breathe behind it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then slowly relax. Nice.
Oh yeah. We should walk around.
Let's walk.
Walk it out.
That means we have to stand up.
How should we get up?
Push up.
Ooh, let's do it.
Flip over. Don't forget about your core when you do your push-up. So get into your push-up position, shoulders down, abs braced, 1 unit to come up, and then tuck your toes, push your hips back. Let's get up via hinge. So hips go back, vertical shins, nice long spine, standing up tall.
Whew. Those core exercises that Lauren just shared with us there.
So fired up in there.
So fired up. Those simple, small movements to stay strong from the inside out. Excuse me. And those exercises are not unique to us. We're inspired by people like Dr. Stuart McGill, the Back Fit Pro, and other people who research back health core strength strategies and agree that the 3-inch crunch that you did there, that little tabletops position, are super simple but very difficult movements to improve back, core, spine health. So we'll try to have a nice steady diet of those coming your way.
Also think about that core when you go for your walks here.
Yeah.
Be supported.
Right on. Me. Cool. Okay. So from here, let's pivot on those heels to get to that first position turnout. Plie or bend those knees here.
Sorry, I missed my cue as to what we were doing.
From here, transfer weight and there will be a little shift. And then the leg that's offloaded, point. Pull the heel to the floor and stand to bend a knee on the other side. Take a quick moment, look down. Is the foot in the back approximately in the line of the heel in the front? Aim for that as we do this again. Pull the leg that's in the back to the plie and point, heel towards that toe line in the front. Now with a stiff leg, pull across to center, then push through the back leg to transfer. From here, pull the leg on the floor. From there, point the toe, pull across. As we do a couple more here, keep the feet on the floor the whole time. Use the floor. Different floor surfaces will make that easier or harder. And now stiff leg in the front, pull to center, and then push. Ooh, contact. Keep going a couple more in a row. I'm just going to switch sides here from Lauren. So we're in that plie shape. Step out to the side, pull to center, and then push through that back leg. Pull that leg in, push away, pull through that straight leg, and push through the back. One more time each side. Pull in, point, pull down and push through the back. And final repetition, pull in, point, pull to push, pull into that plie shape, push the feet away to stand up tall. And then a little bit of a shake in between. Either using our fold or our hinge as Lauren describes. Let's get back down to the floor and do some more core.
I like to be on my side. Use your hinge. Push hips back. Slide those hands down your vertical. Shins just hang out for a couple seconds. Toes are heavy on the floor. Hamstrings, glutes are loaded. Then ditch that. Walk yourself forward out to your push-up position. High plank, and then let's slowly descend together. Pull your shoulders down, engaging your lats. 5, 4, 3, 2, and soft landing. We'll flip over onto our back again. And maybe those exercises prior to this one were just enough for you.
So I'll do those.
Practice those. I'm just going to almost combine a little bit those exercises. So I'm going to extend my arms out to the side and do the second exercise we did, which was lifting the head and the ribs, shoulders off the floor. Maybe you stay here. If you like a little added bonus, you could pull those knees up and hold this modified position. And then either stay or we extend one leg out nice and long and then we pull it back to center. Extend one leg out nice and long. Use the pull back.
So as the beginner regression here in the back, I'm taking some time off, followed by lifting that sternum to the ceiling or shoulder blades away from the floor without that low back space touching.
Last one each side for me.
For us, we're holding 10 seconds and then relaxing.
And slowly, shoulders come down, feet come down with control, and relax. Great. Back up, Ian.
Push up.
Push up.
Because Lauren says.
Because I said, flip, pack your shoulders, tuck, push back, walk your hands back, use your hips to load up in order to stand up. Nice.
Last week, Lauren introduced or reintroduced another fun walk. Same thing, except no knee bends.
No knee bends.
So from that first position, we'll point. It won't be as far, and that's okay. From the point, we'll pull the foot down. Then push through the back leg, and with a stiff leg, try to connect the heel towards the front toe. Oh my goodness, that's so really, really hard. Then from there, the front leg goes out. Toe, ball, heel. Push through that back leg and pull the foot towards the big or great toe on the other leg. And then point. Toe, ball, heel. Push through that back leg. Pull up on this side to make room for the leg to come through. And then out to the side. Floor's a little sticky here. If you had socks, it might be a little bit easier, those ballet slippers even. But pull underneath. Try to connect that front leg to the toe on the other side. Let's go one more each side. Toe, ball, heel. Point through the back. Pull. Stiff leg towards cross the midline. And one final time out. Push through that back leg for one last time. And pull on the floor to connect. Oh my goodness, that's the hard side. And then a little bit of our wiggle. I love our sumo squats. They're fun, they're stretchy, and they kind of link those positions that we've explored in those horse and fifth position walks. How did your push-up feel today? Lauren is obsessed with our push-ups. They're one of those exercises that we've been doing since kindergarten, and our little kiddies come in here and they want to show us their one-arm push-up. But unfortunately, whether we're 4 or 84, we can still learn to improve our push-up. Lauren, can you share with us those lats? I'll turn around. You can kind of talk about it, and I'll do it.
Wait, go side profile.
Okay.
So what I've been really cueing for people in their push-ups these days is get in your high plank position. Get your hands appropriately placed for your push-up, which for me and Ian are going to be different because they're different sized bodies. But they're just outside chest here. Arms are straight. What I want you to do first is often people are shifted back here. And so we can't engage our lats and we end up doing yucky push-ups like this. So the first thing I want you to do is almost go more forward than you think you've ever gone before, because then you can pull your shoulders down and engage your lats. And as Ian lowers, what we'd like to see here is that his blades are staying nice and smooth with his body here, and they're not getting all jaggedy up into his ears or pushing up into the air. I like to picture a lion. You know, when we have those lion shoulders, don't have those though. So engage those lats, pull your shoulders down, and then slowly lower. Take a second off if you were practicing, even though you should have been watching. And then let's all do it together, right? Yeah. Okay, we're all gonna join now. So hinge, walk yourself out. You can also do the exact same thing for modified. You do not need to be on your toes. So if you're modified, you keep your hips up, you drift. I do find I have to walk my knees forward more for my modified. You drift forward, pull shoulders down right away, pull them down. Now keep them there as we slowly lower. Elbows bend first. Slowly lower. Feel those wings underneath your armpits. Soft landing. And then retuck, rebrace, pull those shoulders back and back up. It's okay if you got down so good, if you did this on the down, so great, and then you went to get up and I can't get up like that. So maybe we just modify the up and work on the down.
I love that elbow walk up on the up for sure.
Yeah, sometimes the up is too hard right now and we just need to work the down. Great.
Okay. So one last quick cue with that push up and we'll finish with our conditioning. Go hands out front like you're in Lauren's high plank there. Where are your hands? They're your hands or your shoulders, but generally just outside of the shoulders. Probably not here, and also probably not right here. Nothing's wrong, but this is probably the strongest and best to learn. Then if you pull yourself down, as Lauren said, where's the positions of the elbows? This is appropriate, this is appropriate, this is appropriate, but then as soon as we start going up here, not so much. So work on that push-up, keep those elbows in tight, and as Lauren said, never be afraid to modify from the knees. You might learn a lot more and engage the core. Let's come up. Let's do some of that sumo squat. Shake it out.
Sumos.
Sumo.
We're going to step in a wider stance than your normal squat. From here, tucking under slightly, pulling ourselves down. First round, just hang out. Maybe shift a little side to side. Feel that weight shift, feel that transfer, feel your feet gripping the floor, your hips and glutes taking the load, little hula, 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 and then drive out and away to stand up. All right, we're gonna add to that. Pull yourself down again. This time, if you'd like, just one of those for you. Now, pushing off one leg to find a balance, whoops, I cheated, on the other. Right now, I just want that balance to be straight leg stacked, hips level. Take the foot up the leg, keeping the hip level. Reach, toe ball, heel soft, land and squat. Drive away on the other side. Tall, stacked. Touch foot just for added bonus. Reach, toe ball, heel, land. Up, stack, tap. Hips level for this one. Reach, toe ball, heel, land. Up, stack, reach. No harsh landings here. Be soft. I don't know if sumos are quiet, but we're gonna be quiet sumos here. Reach, we have one more each side after this one. Really own that balance. Let's own it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, reach. One more time. 5, hip, knee, ankle, shoulder, stack, soft, center, shake it out.
A soft landing is a powerful landing. Push up time. I need to do some volume on my push-up today. Man, I want to do some reps. You with me? Lauren's going to take her time. She's only going to do one. That doesn't mean that my 10 are harder than Lauren's 1. Did I just commit to doing 10 push-ups?
Yeah, you did, sucker.
Jeez. Okay.
Push-up position first. Whether from your knees to your toes, get in it. Drop your hips to be in a good inline position. Pull your shoulders down. Engage your lats. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. If there's a dowel on your back, it would be parallel with the floor. 4, 3, 2. Soft down. Retuck or use your elbows on the up. Up. And we're done. Maybe I didn't go slow enough.
Me too. Me too. Okay.
How was 10?
Anyhow we want.
I haven't done
10 was probably 5 more than I've done in a long time. Typically do lots of sets of 5s. Sumo squats again, sorry.
Sumo squats.
I know, the season's changing.
4, yeah. All right, squatties. We're gonna get a little bit wild this time. So get back to your wide stance. This time we're gonna let our hip strictness go out the window. So we're gonna pull ourselves down. Push off, come to a stationary hold. This time I'm gonna let you tip a little bit if you want. And you can reach really far, toe ball heel land. Up, find your balance, own your balance first, and then get added. Boom. Up, own your balance first, and then reach. Up, own it. Find something that's not moving to look at. Soft. Up. Hiya kick. No matter what though, try to keep that bottom leg super straight. Last one each side. Straight bottom knee, even if you're going crazy and reaching sideways. And last one, super straight bottom leg. Hiya. And then up to tall. I've always wanted to like, hiya.
Well, with the power of the sumo, we just might do it. How was the push-ups? Challenge your volume with me, or stay.
I was just seeing how high I could reach.
That was up there.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna wear my mouse guard the next time we go out. Let's go push-ups. Push-ups times. Lauren's gonna do one. I'll do my up to whatever. Let's go. Get some volume. Keep the first one as strong as the last.
Hinge. Walk yourself out. I'm going to throw some pauses in there. So let's start at the top. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Slowly start to lower. 3, 2. Pause at mid-station. Hold. 3, 2. Then keep lowering. Pause at the bottom station for 3, 2. Now maybe you can get up from that. Or go down and then get up. Nice. You're standing?
You're going to stay there.
I'm going to stay here.
And shake it out. We said we'd try to finish today's practice with a breath drill. Get a comfortable position for you. Together, we'll take 4 slow breaths in, out, 4 slow. Then we'll take 4 real quick ones like.
Both in and out?
Yep.
Okay.
Then we're going to hold for 15 seconds, maybe 30. Ready to start?
Yep.
Hands in a comfortable position. Softness. Let it relax a little bit. The more tension we have in our body, the harder it's going to be to hold your breath or breathe. Stay calm. This too will pass. So take a 4-second inhale. Followed by a 4-second exhale. 4-second inhale. And exhale. 2 more of those. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now 4 quick ones. One more. Now a big breath in. Hold. Keep going. Your stream hasn't froze. That's 15 seconds. Are you still going? Talking and doing that is tough, so I'm not. But if you still are, that's been 25 seconds. We'll aim for 5 more seconds. And exhale. Did you exhale? If you did, you're not that stressed out. It's okay. Convince your body.
You got to blow off the carbon dioxide.
To breathe. Get it out. Thank you so much for joining us today. You laying down? You kneeling? What are you feeling like for the rest of the day? The sun's poking in. Lauren's busy in the studio, and I'm going to go home and maybe cut the grass.
What?
And maybe even do some chin-ups.
Really?
Some chin-ups at home.
Grass.
To get the last couple outdoor workouts of the season in under our belts.
Great.
And anything else this weekend we should share with them?
Handstands tomorrow morning, or body weight mobility work handstands tomorrow morning. And then we'll see you Sunday for the morning routine.
Weekend workout, the morning routine. It's all fun to us. Thank you very much for joining us as a member. And if you're not a member, barsandbells.com/become-a-member. We look forward to seeing you online or in studio. Thank you for your time today. Stay strong and take care. Goodbye.
See you.